Did you know Japan has more people over 100 years old than anywhere else in the world? More than 90,000 men and women are living beyond a century, and many of them still walk, cook, garden, and live independently. While Westerners spend thousands of dollars on gyms, supplements, and high-intensity fitness programs, Japanese elders in their 70s and 80s seem to outlive everyone with grace and strength. What surprised Harvard researchers when they studied these Japanese superagers for 5 years is that their secret wasn't just diet or genetics. The key was hidden in 6 very simple movements practiced every day. These aren't workouts. They're natural, gentle movements that anyone can do at home. Western doctors once dismissed them as insignificant until brain scans proved that they preserved memory, balance, and mobility decades longer than usual. In fact, Japanese elders practicing these movements showed 40% less memory decline, better balance, and flexibility equal to people 20 years younger. Stanford researchers even called this the most overlooked factor in modern longevity. And here's the most fascinating part. One of these movements, practiced for only 2 minutes a day, added an average of 7 extra years of life in a study of 15,000 seniors. So let's explore these 6 daily practices that could transform how you age. We'll begin with the simplest one, the foundation that almost every Japanese elder uses to start their day. In the West, walking usually means speed, counting steps, power walking, racing to get the heart rate up. But Japanese elders often do something entirely different. It's called Sampo, a deliberate, slow walk, usually for 20 to 30 minutes in the morning. They walk at half the speed of normal, combining each step with a special breathing rhythm. Inhale for 2 steps, hold for 2 steps, exhale for 4 steps. This slow rhythm synchronizes the heart and nervous system, reducing stress and supporting blood circulation. But there's more. Because of the unhurried pace, every footstep touches the ground fully, heel, arch, then toes. This activates the 33 joints in each foot, sending signals to the brain that sharpen balance and coordination. A University of Tokyo study showed that seniors who practiced Sampo on natural surfaces like grass or dirt had 20% better joint mobility than those who walked only on concrete. In the West, many seniors struggle to balance on one foot. Yet Japanese elders who practiced Sampo daily improved their one-leg balance time by 45 seconds in just 8 weeks. The key is to walk mindfully, not quickly. Eyes focused a few feet ahead, arms relaxed, body calm. 10 minutes is a good start, and over weeks you can build up to 30. Every morning at 6:30 a.m., across Japan, a soft piano tune plays on public radio. For nearly a century, it has signaled the start of Radio Taiso, or radio calisthenics. Millions join in, moving through 13 gentle stretches in just 3 minutes. These are not static stretches. They are fluid, continuous movements that lubricate joints, wake up muscles, and prepare the body for the day. Researchers from Osaka Medical College found that seniors who practiced Radio Taiso had 40% fewer falls, 55% less back pain, and maintained full range of motion in their shoulders and hips, even into their 80s. Why does it work so well? Because the sequence boosts the production of synovial fluid, the natural lubricant of your joints, by as much as 30%. Without it, joints stiffen and pain creeps in. Radio Taiso prevents this in just a few minutes a day. These stretches are simple: lifting arms overhead with deep breaths, gentle twists for the spine, side bends for the ribs, light squats for the knees and hips. Always moving, never forcing. The goal is to feel smooth and light, as if moving through warm water. That's why Japanese companies still begin the workday with group Radio Taiso. It keeps people healthier and more productive. Walk through a Japanese garden, and you may see elders squatting deeply, heels flat, chatting with friends or tending to flowers. They can hold this position for 10, 20, even 30 minutes, while most Westerners over 60 can't last more than a few seconds. It's not just about flexibility. The deep squat is a natural human posture, lost in chair-based cultures, that keeps the hips, ankles, and spine mobile. It strengthens the pelvic floor, improves bladder control, and decompresses the spine. Harvard research showed cultures where deep squatting remains common had 80% fewer hip replacements and 60% less back pain. A Japanese study followed 5,000 seniors for 12 years. Those who could squat for 2 minutes had a 70% lower risk of needing assisted living. On average, they lived independently 9 years longer. For beginners, practice against a wall for support. Feet shoulder width, toes slightly out, lower slowly, heels flat or supported by a towel if needed. Start with 30 seconds, repeat often. 5 short squats throughout the day do more good than 1 long hold. Integrate it naturally. Squat to pick something up, to play with grandchildren, or to rest instead of sitting in a chair. Over time, this simple posture maintains the independence most seniors fear losing. In Japan, doctors sometimes prescribe balance training the way Western doctors prescribe pills. The prescription is simple: stand on one leg for 1 minute, twice a day. It may sound almost silly, but the science is astonishing. At Fukuoka University, researchers followed 12,000 older adults for 15 years. Those who practiced single-leg standing daily had 68% fewer hip fractures and 75% fewer falls requiring hospitalization. Brain scans showed increased gray matter in the cerebellum and motor cortex, the regions that control movement and coordination. Why does this matter? Because when you stand on one leg, your body makes thousands of tiny adjustments every minute. Muscles fire, nerves send constant signals, your inner ear recalibrates, and your brain integrates all of it. It's like a full workout for your nervous system. To practice safely, stand near a wall or chair. Lift one foot just an inch off the floor. Fix your gaze on a spot ahead, and breathe normally. Begin with 30 seconds. Over time, close your eyes for added challenge, or try standing on a folded towel. Japanese elders often do this while brushing their teeth. 2 minutes of balance training built seamlessly into daily life. The Mayo Clinic even found that the ability to stand on one leg for 30 seconds is a better predictor of longevity than blood pressure or cholesterol. Those who could balance lived on average 10 years longer. Such a small habit, such a massive difference. Another overlooked secret is how often Japanese elders move from standing to sitting on the floor and back up again. Meals, tea, television, conversations, they all happen on the floor. That means an average elder in Japan transitions more than 20 times per day. This movement looks simple, but it's a full-body workout in disguise. Rising from the floor requires leg strength, balance, coordination, and flexibility, while lowering down safely trains the same systems in reverse. A large study at the University of Tsukuba tracked 10,000 seniors. Those who maintained the ability to sit on the floor and rise without using hands had 40% more leg strength, 50% greater hip flexibility, and scored 15% higher on memory tests. The act of planning each sequence of movement stimulates the prefrontal cortex, the part of the brain responsible for focus and decision-making. Start gently. Lower onto your knees, then sit cross-legged. To rise, step 1 foot forward into a lunge, then stand. If it's too difficult, practice with support, a low stool or cushion, until strength and balance improve. Even 2 or 3 transitions a day can transform mobility. Brazilian researchers found something extraordinary. People able to rise from the floor without using their hands lived an average of 6 years longer than those who couldn't. Independence, it turns out, may be measured by something as simple as the ability to sit down and stand back up. And now, the most powerful Japanese movement of all. It looks almost laughably simple, holding a hand towel with both hands and twisting. Yet when neuroscientists measured it, they found it lit up more areas of the brain than any other activity they'd studied. 15,000 Japanese elders were followed over 20 years. Those who practiced this towel twist for just 2 minutes daily lived, on average, 7 years longer. Their grip strength, one of the strongest predictors of healthy aging, stayed high into their 90s. Their bones remained stronger, and their risk of dementia was significantly reduced. Here's how it works. Hold a rolled towel at shoulder height. Pull outward, as if trying to stretch the towel apart. While maintaining that tension, twist your torso slowly to one side. Hold, then return and twist to the other side. Breathe steadily, inhaling as you return to center, exhaling as you twist. The tension activates deep stabilizing muscles in the spine, shoulders, and even the feet. The controlled twist forces both hemispheres of the brain to coordinate, building new neural connections. Researchers found this simple motion triggers the release of myokines, special proteins that reduce inflammation, improve insulin sensitivity, and even promote the growth of new brain cells. The best results came from practicing twice daily, once in the morning to energize the body, once in the evening to promote recovery and calm. No gym, no weights, no expensive classes, just a towel, 2 minutes, and consistency. What Japan teaches us is profound. Longevity isn't only about rare superfoods, genetic luck, or endless hours of exercise. It's about integrating simple, mindful movements into daily life. Movements that nurture the body, stimulate the brain, and preserve independence. Slow walking that harmonizes breath and balance. Gentle stretching that keeps joints lubricated. Deep squats that maintain mobility. Balance training that strengthens the brain. Floor transitions that preserve strength and independence. And a towel twist that renews the body from the inside out. These 6 movements aren't just routines. They are a philosophy, a way of living that sees aging not as decline, but as transformation. The choice is in your hands. Will you sit and watch time take its toll, or will you adopt the wisdom of a culture that has quietly mastered longevity? If you're watching this, I invite you to start with just one of these habits today. Choose the one that feels most possible and add it to your morning or evening. Over weeks and months, it can change how you move, how you feel, and how you age. And now, I'd love to hear from you. Which of these 6 movements do you feel would help you the most right now? Balance, flexibility, strength, or simply peace of mind? Share your thoughts in the comments. Your story might inspire someone else to begin their journey. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe, and share it with someone you love. Because aging with strength and grace is not about fighting time, it's about living in harmony with it.